and I have no enemies. You know, like Derek said, you know, these guys opportunists will create a story in their head why they left you or what you did wrong to them, instead of take the responsibility and say, listen, I was a fucking loser doing drugs, fighting when only training when I needed to train, and that's it. They'll never take responsibility. So I don't have to deal with that anymore.
You know, Eddie, I think this goes along with it. You know, as a fighter grows, it can take you decades to reach your potential. And sometimes you need to switch gyms yourself to do that. But leaving a gym behind that you love is difficult, so people invent stories. And, you know, how do you keep a guy for 30 years or 20 years or till he reaches his potential like Glover just did, right? It's almost impossible. He's going to have a long journey. So you're just one stop along the way, and it's a heartbreak, like Eddie said. You know, but it's like losing a girlfriend every so often. It's hard,
right?
Yeah.
But you know, for me, I'm a much better trainer than I was fighter. I live with Peter Arts in Holland. I go to Thailand. I'm going back to Thailand now that they're opening up in December. I train there every year still. I study. I go to Japan. I've been there over 17 times. When I was taking people for K1 or L1 or Pancrase, I study, and then if I have a fighter and I'm unable to teach him something that he knows, I have people I could reach out to from other gyms. I could teach him that type of stuff, you know. And I think other gyms, these other trainers, they don't want their fighters to go to other gyms because they're afraid of losing them because maybe they don't know enough. I don't know. But I think I'm resourceful enough. If I need to bring in one of the best wrestlers in the world, I can, or strikers or jiu-jitsu guys. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
You know, Eddie, the fact that you go to Holland and train with Ertz, who I've, you know, heard of my whole life, but of course I've never trained in him. I bought one of his cheap videos like 30 years ago. It was horrible. But, you know, a lot of these trainers, the guys who end up in the corners are slick talkers. You know, I've met a lot of them without a lot. Go ahead. Yeah. I mean.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's tons of them. I mean, look at, again, I don't want to get into a big heated debate, but I guess there was a couple trainers in focus was for unconventional methods, and they were lit up in the media, and they're not around. Look, the bottom line is you pay your dues and you develop a pedigree, and you know, you can't say, you know, I had a guy tell me today, well, I think Muay Thai is the best. Well, you know, that's great, but it really depends who it is. I'm a Dutch stylist more, but I love